So what is up, guys? Welcome back to DB Fishing, and we got another exciting video for you here today, hopefully. Little smoky out here, little breeze, but it's going to be a nice day, I think. And we're going to do something a little different. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I don't troll a whole lot or make a whole lot of trolling videos, but today we're going to try a little bit of trolling, but a different style, different lure that I've never really used for trolling before, but we're going to try it out. And I'm also going to show you a cool little feature on the Minn KOTA trolling motors, the Altera or the Tarova, how to record a track and use that for trolling. Getting toward the end of summer, these fish are maybe spreading out a little bit. They're a little harder to find, and you know, if you like bottom bouncing or your spinner rigs or cranking or anything, it's definitely a technique that's proven and works very well. So yeah, we're going to try something a little different though. We're not going to use spinners, but this method would work for that. And enough talking, let's get set up, rigged up, and then we're going to make a track with our Minn KOTA and get trolling for some walleye. Okay, now we're in our spot where we want to start trolling here, and I got my Hummingbird map going, my 2D and my down imaging, because I'm going to watch them while we record a track. And you don't need your Minn KOTA Altera or Tarova if you have this record track option. You don't need it deployed, but you need to have it turned on. So it's turned on, and what we're going to do is record a track with our main motor, our big motor, because it's quicker, and then it'll follow this track, and we're going to troll back, and we'll show you what we're trolling with here in a bit, our lure. But how we're going to start, and some of the remotes are different. This is an older model, so it might be a little bit different, but you might just have to look in the manual, but it's basically the same. All we're going to do, like I said, you can record up to 6 tracks 2 miles long. I believe they're 2 miles. Don't quote me on the distance, but you can record up to 6 tracks, and they're in letters. So this one, we got it turned on. Like I said, we're gonna hit record, and you see A pops up. So yeah, you can scroll through with the plus or minus. See, there's D track, E track, F track, all the way up to F. A, B, C, D, E, F track. So we're gonna do, let's just say B. So it's blinking B, we're gonna leave it. Okay, now we're recording, so we're going to start up our motor, and I'm going to go about 4 miles per hour, 4 miles per hour. You can go a little faster if you want. I just want to watch for some fish here, different depths, and I'm going to kind of slowly go from 30 feet into maybe 20 feet, like doing different depths, watching your contour on your map. If you don't have a map, you should have a depth finder this day and age. I mean, it's almost unsafe not to. So you can just watch your different depths, or stick to a depth you want to stay in, where you think the fish are for certain time of year. It's all going to depend. So yeah, I'm in 26. I'm just watching my map slowly. I'm going to change in and out. Obviously, you don't want to go too big of turns, because if you're trolling with a bunch of lines or more people, you can that's how you get tangled up when you're trolling. So we're just going to do very gradual turns here, and yeah, we're recording our track, and like I said, you can go up to 2 miles. We're not going to go that far just for video purposes, but yeah, I'm also watching here. There's some fish there, so that's good. We're going over some fish in 24, so I might try stay in that 20 to 25 range right now, just watching. And I'm going a little fast here. There, 4.5, and I'm watching on my remote 4.5 miles per hour. So we're just gonna go along, record our track here, track B, and then I'll show you how we can come back on this track that we just recorded. As you can see, I'm just going along a big flap here right now. There's kind of a finger that comes out we're gonna hit. Just a bunch of different stuff here we're gonna try go back and troll over, and just doing really gradual turns in and out of our depth. There's some fish there, small ones, looks like. It's really busy here today, so we're gonna have to maybe just cut this track short, and then go somewhere else and do one. And if you see some fish, or if we pick up fish along the way, that's when we're just gonna hit our waypoints too. We can come back and troll back over those spots that we're getting fish, or we can maybe stop and jig or pitch. So yeah, it's a good way to just do some searching, locating, especially if you're in a new lake, new area, and you just want to do some searching and poking around. Or if you really love trolling spinners and stuff, this is a good way too. It's okay. These guys are right in front of me, so I'm just gonna stop here. Now I'm gonna end my track by hitting record. So now it's got B. So now we're gonna deploy motor. I'm gonna hit end for B because we want to start at the end where I ended recording. I don't want to go all the way back. You can go all the way back and start at the start, but we're going to start at the end and go to the start. So I'm going to hit start my motor up with my speed, and it's going to do its thing and find the end where we ended that track, and then I'm going to go basically from end to start now, if that makes sense. So now you can see it's kind of doing its thing here. You can also set your speed of what you want to troll to. So once we get going, I'm going to want to troll that 1.2 to 2 miles per hour. And then you can also set your cruise control to that, right? Whatever speed you want to go. Okay, it's going to beep when it gets to the end. So now you see the motor's doing its thing, getting over to where we ended our track. And then it's going to go all the way to the start. So let's get ready to troll. We're track. See there, it beeped? That is the end of it. So we're at the end. Now let's go to the start. Hit start. Now it's going to take me all the way back where we just recorded that track, okay? And then it'll beep again once you get to the start. That's the way you know it's done your track. So that's how you set the track. Let's get this search bait going. And let's speed up here. We got to set our cruise control. I'm going to try about 1.5 into a little bit of breeze here. 1.2, 1.4. Hit cruise there, 1.5. So it'll stay at 1.5 miles per hour, and we can adjust our speed from there. So that is how you set a track on the Minn KOTA. Okay, so we started our track. Now for the baits we're going to be using today. These are the Walleye Nation Creation search baits. I believe they're called something like that. Kind of a cool little, you can cast these, you can troll them. Like I said, I've never really trolled with them a whole bunch. I have cast them, they work pretty good. It's just a slow reel retrieve. But we're going to try troll with them today. And they got a slow death hook on the back. And if you don't know what a slow death hook is, just you put a crawler on there or a leech or whatever you want, whatever bait you're using, and then it just spins, gets going, and it spins that hook. And walleye love it. And then it's kind of got your spinner and your weight, so it's technically like pulling a bottom bouncer or a spinner and that kind of thing. It has all the same concepts, I guess, but just a little bit smaller profile. And yeah, we're gonna try to get it down there. We're gonna put a crawler on this, and there's different sizes. We might go to a 1/4 ounce, but yeah, I want to get it down there and just see where these fish are now. And that's the setup we're gonna go with. Rigged up, we got the Streamside Predator Apex rod here today. This is the 7.3 medium, and I got 10-pound braid on here, 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. Big fluorocarbon leader with trolling. I just don't want them to see anything. And yeah, that's pretty much the setup today. So let's get a night crawler on here and get trolling. Keep going, buddy. Slide it all the way. This is the hardest part. Just getting your night crawler on. See, it's kind of looped up there, just past the eye of the hook, just like so. And then we got no barbs here, so we're gonna put a bait button on there. But yeah, basically that's how it's gonna look. Something like that, and that worm's gonna get spinning, and it's just gonna look awesome in that water. Oh yeah, they're gonna love it. And down goes that search bait. Maybe a little fast, but I'm gonna get it down there, and you can see on the live scope where your bait is, so that's really nice. We're only gonna have about We're only about 20 feet back and we're on bottom, so it works perfect. And you can see it spinning there, a couple feet off bottom. There's a fish right there. You might get one right here. This is a little fast, I think. I'm gonna slow it down. So my cruise is gonna be 1.4. I like that. Let's hit cruise. Now we're gonna go back along this track B at 1.4 miles per hour on cruise. So this is perfect. I don't even have to worry about the trolling motor. Now I'm just fishing and figuring things out with the search bait, and hopefully we pick up a few. On our track, if we don't pick up any fish, we're gonna go somewhere else, make a new track, and just keep going until we find an area where those fish are, especially trolling. And like I said, you can do this with your bottom bouncers, your cranks. Run that track, it works really good. Okay, we're fishing. We're almost at the start, or I guess the end of our track. Nothing again. Oh, there's a bait. There's a fish. Finally. So on our way back the second time, we have picked one up on the search bait. And I was just about to say we're almost at the end of it, or where we started recording. I had about 65 feet of line out, and this is just a little guy that hit again. I figured they were little ones picking up on my worm, but yeah, that's kind of how you can set a system. Well, and these search baits are kind of nice. Like I said, I haven't trolled with them a bunch, but they're kind of nice to not have a whole bunch of bottom bouncing weights, a bunch of line and different things out. And yeah, like I said, you don't need anything too special, just that search bait. So let's keep going here, get our worms. There's a fish. That hit harder. Oh, it's small, because I'm water skiing. Another small guy. So yeah, we're going over tons of fish. And this guy's tiny again. But yeah, picking up a lot of these style. So nothing too great, but yeah, right at the end there you hear it beep. So we'll fix our worm here and maybe go back over that pass. Seen a lot of fish, just not seeing really what I want to see, anything big. Yeah, and there you can see how close we are to our track. That's the track we set, then we come back, kind of the one that's off a little bit, but not that bad. And then now we're basically right on that GPS track that we set. Pretty cool. There's one. Biggest of the day, I'm guessing. Still not huge. I'm gonna mark this. Oh no, we just hooked him funny. Oh haha. He popped off. Shoot. Okay. It was nothing big, it popped off. Fix our worm here, it's all twisted up. I'm gonna try something different here for the last hour of the day. I'm gonna set a track, go around, and then I'm gonna come back on that track. And this time I'm gonna just go very slow trolling my track. This time I'm just gonna pitch. I'm gonna try pitching to the fish. They're suspended, they're low, so this is what I wanna try. Just pitching some plastics, maybe some night crawler on a jig, some different things. But we're still gonna use our track, and I'll just show you differently how instead of just trolling with it, you can also use it just to go around some reefs, some flats and different things and search for fish this time. So that's the plan. Okay, so same thing like before. Let's hit our record button. We got A track, we've already done that. We've done B track, we've done C track, we've done D track, trolling. E track is gonna be our pitching slow one. So let's get that recorded. It stopped blinking, we're on E, we're recording. So now, like I said, we're on some different reefs, some saddles here kinda, and some a big flat it goes into eventually. So I'm just gonna turn around. This is gonna be the start. Technically this is where we started recording. So let's do that. And this, I don't have to worry about taking too sharp of turns or anything, because like I said, we're searching now. We're gonna come back on this track, searching on live scope 2D, maybe we'll jig them, and we're just gonna look for fish along here to pitch to. Because what I've been seeing is they're all over, they're just suspended, but they're trolling wasn't working. We're going right over top of them and they're just not interested. We might even go over top of some of these, like this big saddle that comes out. I don't know how well you can see, but it's a different way of doing it. Still using that track where you don't have to worry about boat control so much. Just let the trolling motor do its thing. Our track, we're recording right now. Okay, I think that's good enough. We're gonna stop the track there. Let's shut off our motor so you can hear me. So this is track number E. We hit record again. Now let's deploy our motor. So let's go to the end of track E, just because we're gonna drift off right now. You know, we got to get back that 5 feet. So we hit end. It knows E's our last one we recorded and the closest, so it's blinking. Once E stops blinking, you can fire up your motor, whichever speed you want. So let's get over to E. And like I said before, once it gets to the end of E, it'll beep and shut the motor off. And then that's when you want to hit start, because you want to go to the start of E, where we just started this track. Okay, there it's beeping. Now we hit the start, because we want to go to the start of E. There, it stopped blinking E. Now we're ready to go. Now I want to set my cruise slow, because we're gonna not be trolling, we're gonna be searching and pitching. So we don't need to be going crazy fast where our jig gets behind us. So I'm gonna set my cruise really slow, like 0.8, 0.9, and that'll take us a while to get to the end of this track that I just set and see what we get. We're gonna mark waypoints along the way if we pick up fish. And so yeah, a lot of different ways you can use this track, that you can use good boat control, or just not have to worry about running your trolling motor all the time. One right there, small. Oh, is it hot? No wind in here. I want to look for some bigger fish too while we're doing this. Oh, there's one. Oh, I missed him. Came right up off bottom. That was cool. See if he comes back. Bunch of little guys here. There, we got him. So yeah, right away we changed our presentation up and we caught the biggest of the day. Kind of a 19-20 incher. Right away. So yeah, tried the, oh, and he's gone. That's okay. It's too big to keep, too big to little, and took my worm and came back for a second try. So we're still following our track back here, and we're just picking up a lot of these guys that are not what I want. Yikes. There we go. Same spot as that 24. Another good one. Not as big, kind of a 21, 22. Again with that crawler. And yeah, we're still going down our track. And you can also hit anchor on your trolling motor, spot lock, if you want to stop in a spot and see a bunch of fish. So yeah, that guy just nailed it. Nice fish. There we go, another nice one. Trolling along, kind of a, yeah, 21, 22 incher. So we'll get him back. See. And yeah, if you see a bunch of fish as you're going along your track, you can just hit the spot lock button, it'll stop, and you can set up there. So yeah. Those two, that was cool. And that's what we're trying to do, is follow our track and just cast. This is going to be a better one. Too big to keep, I'm thinking. This is on a crawler and a jig. I've seen two out there. Obviously tough if you don't have live scope, you would just have to kind of jig under the boat. I'm going super slow. Ooh, a nice walleye. Okay, so this is the biggest of the day. We're gonna net them. And I mean, it's not a crazy video for numbers wise, but it's just kind of that example, a different way to use your trolling motor. If you want to troll, if you want to do this, pitch. I mean, if you're bass fishing, it would work really good because you could just set up a track along shore and pitch into those rocks to bass. But yeah, this is by far the biggest of the day, probably a 25 kind of thing. Nice and healthy. There we go. So yeah, not very many today, but hey, we'll take that. We're just trying, like I said, we're going in some different areas, trolling some different places, making tracks in different places, and doing some exploring. Then we're gonna wrap it up for the day. See, bud, goes under the boat. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna head in. Time to pack up, but that's just a quick video of how to set a track on your Minn KOTA, Altera, or Terova trolling motor. And like I said, it works really handy for trolling. We did at the end here, worked even better for us, just kind of going along slowly on our track and pitching, finding fish, so just even tracking down some fish. Picked up a little bit when we were just kind of going along slow and pitching out some jigs, some plastics and night crawlers and stuff. Picked up a few better ones, but yeah, bite is very finicky, so try that trolling thing again. But yeah, just a quick little video. That's how you set up the track on your trolling motor, and try it out. If you like bottom bouncing, pulling cranks, really anything, it helps. You don't have to worry about running that trolling motor. Just kind of follows that track that you made before, and you can just worry about fishing. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, help me out. Make sure you like and subscribe. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you next time.